What is going on, everybody? It's Dominic from the Primetime Treasure eBay store and YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video. I am excited. It's Saturday, 8 o'clock in the morning. I am headed out to the New York State Fairgrounds because they're opening it up to 120 vendors, free admission, indoor garage sale. If you have been with this channel for a while, you may remember that I went to one of these in the springtime and did really well. That's where I picked up a whole bunch of those liquor shirts, and those have sold so well since then. I made a lot of profit from that purchase, and I made a lot of other good pickups as well. So I'm hoping to have a similarly good day. Mrs. Primetime is along for the ride. She will be entering the Primetime Treasure Mobile momentarily. She, true to course, refuses to be on video, refuses to even be heard on video. So I don't know, we might have to have a petition to get Mrs. Primetime to be a little bit more forthcoming. I doubt it will work, but you never know. Anyway, she'll be here. Little Miss Primetime will be around as well. We just don't put her on camera because she's young. But anyway, they will be my eyes and ears for sections that I can't get to, and hopefully we can work together and find some good stuff. So let's go along for the ride, see what we find. All right, here we are, New York State Fairgrounds garage sale, round 2. It's the same building we walked in last time. Should be a lot of people here. I already see some vendors that I know. Not as packed as the springtime, but there's stuff going down this direction. Yeah, definitely not as packed as the springtime for sure. But there are vendors down this way, there are vendors down that way, and all the way down there. So I'll turn the camera on if I see anything good and it's worth pointing out. Okay, so these Super Mario Hot Wheels cars are definitely a great pickup for $10. Recently, 7 of these sold on eBay. They come from 2016. 7 of them sold on eBay for $58 plus $7 shipping. The cheapest you could find 4 of these right now on eBay is $65, and 7 of them right now, the price is $80. So for $10 for 6 of these, they're unopened, great pickup. So there's a decent number of vendors, but it's not hopping as much as it was last time around in the springtime. Problem is when you go hunting in the fall, people are just not going to have as much stuff available as they are in the springtime when things build up and they just want to get rid of it. So it's been a challenge finding stuff here today. I'll keep looking around, see if I can find anything else. Okay, so this is a pretty funny situation. I really wish I would have had this negotiation on film, but I wound up purchasing this entire box of Kiss items. Now, we've got some great Kiss magazines here that are nice in the cellophane. He wanted $2 a piece for these, so there's like 3 of those. And then really the best part are all these great Kiss DVDs. A lot of them are out of print. He originally had $5 a piece on them, then he lowered it to $4, and I said to him, listen, I just like to purchase in lots. I want to get this entire box. How much is it? So he's like, well, just give me a price, just let me know what you want. He's like, all this is like, this would sell for $8 in this store, this would sell $8 in another store. And he's telling me all these thrift store prices. Then he's telling me that and this is what I want to teach you about. This trick that people sometimes use. He tells me that this is going to go to a scholarship fund for his friend and all this stuff. And I said, you know what? If it's going for a scholarship fund, I said, then I got to walk away. I said, because I can't get into the emotion of that type of stuff. I'm not going to make a good deal. I'm going to overpay. Let someone else pay you for the scholarship fund. So he says to me, oh, no, wait, just give me a price. Just give me a price. So I'm like, all right. Well, I looked at everything up there. This is a good one. This one alone goes for like $35. It's really hard to find. So I said, all right, I'll give you $40 for the entire box. He looks at me, he says, done. So picked up this entire box for $40. It's great. Got some nice, good Kiss books too. So I'm really excited. This was great. But that's just a little tip about negotiation. Beware of those, when someone's trying to suck you into the emotion of something. You've got to be separated out for business. Now, if you want to make a donation for some type of cause, go right ahead. That's fine. But if you're trying to make a business deal, and sometimes beware, people will sometimes use that as a trick to try to get the price up on you, is to tell you it's for some kind of, some kind of cause, for a scholarship for somebody or something like that. All right, moving on. All right, everyone, as you can see, I am back at Primetime Treasure headquarters. I did purchase those two collections, the Kiss collection and the Super Mario Hot Wheels collection. Those are the two things I got today. I would have liked to have purchased more things, but that's just how the cookie crumbles in the fall. It's just a reality. There's not as many things available. Between now and the end of the winter, people are going to start accumulating more and more things because they don't have garage sales, and things build up during holidays and just, over the winter time, once people start to do spring cleaning again and go through their attics and in their garages during the winter and, figure out the things they don't want anymore, those start to build up, build up, build up. People say, all right, in May and April, I'm going to have a garage sale, and then everything starts getting fresh again in terms of inventory. Now, that's not to say that there's not other places where you could still go and creatively source. I certainly will still do that from time to time. Number one for me will continue to be estate sales. There will continue to be private picks that I set up through my Craigslist ads and other connections that I have in the community. There'll be like comic book conventions. There'll be private sources that I have, like my honey hole, where I go to and pick up a lot of my comic books and collectibles that I don't even film that. And I, went there just the other day, for example, and picked up another $160 worth of material. So there's options that you could continuously, exploit and go back to, so that you still have options in the fall months and in the winter months. But they do dry up somewhat, and that's why strategically I am a very aggressive buyer in the springtime and the summertime. I'm building things up kind of like an animal who is acquiring a lot of food to store for the winter time. So now I have all this stuff available, and it's really good timing, and it makes a lot of business sense, because now, especially in these fall months, I could really focus on getting a lot of this stuff listed for the fourth quarter. A lot of toys, for example, that I want to get up so that people have that available to them when they are shopping for presents around the holidays, mostly Christmas time. So that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, because I never had a YouTube channel up during the fall months. If you remember, I started this channel around the end of December, beginning of January. So it's not even been a full year yet. And I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about how I basically start to move my business and kind of shift the model from those spring and summer months where I was so active and you saw so many haul videos. Again, you still will see them, but even the videos on this channel will change up somewhat, in the sense that there'll be more kind of tip videos, and starting a live show this Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure you're there for that. October 3rd, that'll be the first one ever. And I'll just start shifting the channel into some other things that I haven't even done yet, so I have all sorts of ideas and stuff like that. But things do change. They do change from from season to season, and that's basically how I start operating in the fall. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is what else did I do today? Because you saw me go to that sale at the New York State Fairgrounds, but there was a lot of time in between then and in between now where I'm filming this kind of wrap-up video. And what I did, even though this has technically nothing to do with reselling, but in a way it does, I went out to Home Depot and I rented a pressure washer, and I was pressure washing my deck, and I was pressure washing my concrete driveway to get a lot of dirt that had accumulated there over the springtime and the summertime. Because the thing that's important to mention is that when you are reselling, it is easy to sometimes fall into the trap in which you start ignoring other aspects of your life that you really can't. So, for example, if you own a house, you have to find some time to fit in there to maintain that house. That has to be worked in there some way. Now for me, I purposely put this stuff into the fall because I know during the spring and the summer with my business model, those are the months I really want to focus on getting out there, going to sales. So I don't want to waste a lot of time doing yard work and house maintenance type stuff. If it's important, I will get to it. But if I can hold off until the fall, like I did today, that's when I try to do this type of stuff. So for example, my deck needs to be stained out in the back. I'm going to make sure that I do that by Columbus Day. So you just have to make sure you don't let things go. And it's okay to delay things a little bit as long as you plan on getting it done. Like for example, if I didn't get those things done that I mentioned by the time the winter time comes in, then that's going to cause a problem for me. But you know, as long as you find time to fit that stuff in. And I mention this because I know there are people out there, people watching this video right now, who are letting certain things like that slip in your life. You're so focused on building up your reselling business that you are neglecting other things, and you can't do that. You could maybe do it for a little bit, but you can't neglect it to the point that it's causing a problem, that it's causing any kind of harm to your home, for example, or to other things. So for example, you know, just in another realm, you know, you may have a family, you have a wife, you have a kid, you have kids, you have a kid, you have a husband, whatever, significant other, spouse. Make sure you are finding time to squeeze those things in. Not that they should feel like they're being fit into a schedule, but you just need to make sure that you are making time for the people around you who are important. So last night, for example, I made sure that I made some time to, you know, do a, you know, play a family game around the, you know, around the table and stuff like that. You need to do those types of things. Make sure, you know, you're taking time out. If you have a child that has a sports game or a concert, that you're going to those things. Don't, you know, try not to ignore that type of stuff so that you could, you know, go to one extra sale, you know, unless it's something that's absolutely like the most amazing sale of a lifetime that you can't miss. That might be an exception, but you know, for the most part, make sure you're basically trying to fit those things in. So I just wanted to mention that because I want this channel to also be about real life as a reseller. You know, I could sit here and make all these haul videos and do all these tip videos, but in the back of your head, you may be wondering, hey, you're doing all these haul videos, how are you fitting in X, Y, and Z? Yeah, I did do a day in my life video. That was something that people liked, but still, on an ongoing basis, there's things that people who are new and see that video may just wonder, like, you know, where are you fitting this type of stuff in? How are you not neglecting X, Y, and Z? So, you know, that's why I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that, just to bring that up, just to bring things, you know, back to reality, and that there is a real life that does surround all this type of stuff that we do that you just have to keep in mind. So that's going to be it for today's video, transitioning into the fall. Let me know if you do anything different with your business model as you transition into the fall, or do you really try to keep things the same as much as possible? Maybe you live in an area where it's pretty warm, like Florida or some area in California, where you could just pretty much keep doing the same exact thing all year. But if you live in a place where the seasons really switch up, let me know. Now, for people who watch me in the wintertime, you do know I will go out in snowstorms and hit estate sales. I still have that need to pick, that need to hunt for items, that need to find that treasure. So don't worry, I'm not going to put that totally behind, but it's just going to shift in terms of emphasis, which is also a little bit pretty good, because I'm going to start wrapping up. In fact, I pretty much did. I'm really not going to be going to the flea market much at all anymore until the springtime. So that's good, because I get to sleep in a little more on Sunday. So, you know, I get to catch up a little bit on some of that, on some sleep there, and focus on getting a lot of listings up. So anyway, if you like this video, please make sure you like it. As I said, make sure you comment down below. If you have any questions, drop those down there as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Come to my Facebook group, the Facebook Reselling Resource Center. The link to that is also down below in this in the description section. There's also a whole big list of items that I like to use to run my business. So if you see any materials there you like, they're Amazon affiliate links. Feel free to click on one of those, purchase something through there. Anything, actually, it doesn't even matter what it is. That does help support the channel because I make a very small commission off of anything you purchase through those links. So thank you very much for that. And with that, I will see everybody at the next video. I'm getting excited because it is going to be time soon to do the what sold video. I love doing that. It's been a great month. 5 packages out the door just today. Feels good not to be in eBay jail anymore. So with that, I will see everybody at the next video. Take care, everyone.